All righty.
Yeah, just dropped it down. That one about 30 feet.
No way. So this one wasn't even near the bottom?
No.
All right. Well, hey, folks, we're up here at Lake of the Woods. It's our last day of a 3-day trip. Oh, wow, you got that up quick. And I got...
It's only about 30 feet.
Got our friend here, Jerry Collins, with us. And Jerry was nice enough to trailer up this Lund boat for us up here. Look at the size of this lake, and we decided to grab that fish. We decided to grab a little bit of lake trout fishing here on our last afternoon up here at Crow Rock Lodge. Here, I've got some pliers here.
Those cooties.
There you go. Well, you lost a fish a few minutes ago. You got her? All right, nice. Just hold it right on the other gill plate there behind it. There you go. Nice. Good one.
The trip.
And that's lost one in the last few minutes, and then all of a sudden got one. We're talking you've dropped down twice?
Twice. 2 fish.
And we got a lot of guys in our group, including Ted and Rick Constantine. So here we are. Let's go do it again. Wow. That is a fish of a lifetime. Here we go, boy. Wow-wee. That thing is a monster. They fight hard, don't they?
Look at that magnificent fish.
Look at the size of that fish.
There it is again.
The color is incredible. Oh, there we go.
The Real Fishing Show with Bob Azumi.
Big old Great Lakes smallmouth. That is a big rainbow trout, Chris. Nice double header. Whoa!
Nice jump.
Yeah. All right. That is a monster smallmouth. Man, that is so cool. Another one. There we go. The biggest pike I've ever caught in my life. Look at that chunk. Well, that's what we're talking about.
Real Fishing is sponsored by Mercury, #1 on the water, and Mystic Lubricants.
On the Real Fishing Show, we make catching fish like this a possibility.
They started to come up. There we go. Got him? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, watch him come up right there.
Very cool. That was so cool.
Yeah.
We're video game lake trout fishing here, and one of the cool things is we just watched that fish, didn't we, Jerry?
Yeah, well, he started chasing you, and then you kept going, and he stopped, and then I came in right behind you, and he came and hit mine.
Very cool. Now, you do a lot of ice fishing, and of course, you've been on ice fishing trips with us over the years. And
Yeah.
I remember we were over in Gimli, Manitoba. You caught a nice big walleye on that trip, didn't you?
Yeah, we got a few.
Yeah. This is as much fun as fishing giant walleyes, isn't it?
Pretty close.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Very nice.
Not a pig.
Decent.
That is a nice, respectable fish.
Okay. What we got on here are 3/8 ounce ball jigs, and they're a Berkeley jig, very basic thin black wire hook there. The little barbless hook just popped out. We got a Pro Shad on there, just a nice soft plastic power bait. He's grunting. All right, he's a grunter. Very nice. You know, it's always neat talking to fishing guides, and at the Crow Rock Lodge, I was talking to Dean Howard, and he said that you know, he likes fishing in this, 80, 90, 100 feet of water, but looking for single fish, which was interesting, as opposed to groups of fish, lake trout. He said the single ones seem a little bit easier to catch. When there's more than one, they're harder to catch. So I'm just looking around here on the graph, trying to mark singles down there, maybe, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet down, and see if we can't coax those into hitting. So just sort of cruising around here. As soon as I see one, I'm going to put it in the neutral, shut the motor down, get on the electric, and try to fish vertical right over it. See if we can't coax one up into hitting, since you've had a couple of quick hits and caught that one already.
Coming up.
Yeah, that's that guy at 40 feet there.
Are you kidding me? We just released it.
The lodge itself was established in 1945. The first owners had it for 7 years, and then the following owners had it for 7 years as well. And my father saw it in the ad in the Chicago Tribune back in Chicago there, and he thought, what a great great idea to, own a fishing lodge and go fishing all the time. Ended up buying it back in 1959, and we've had it ever since. Here at Crow Rock Lodge, we offer American Plan, and as well, we have a couple of housekeeping units on separate islands nearby within a half-mile distance of the lodge. But American Plan, it basically means that all your meals are included, boat, motor, gas. It's just a one package price, one package deal. You can hire a guide for a day if you need be. We have some remote lakes that you can walk into and fish for the day on your own. And it's basically service. It's a family-owned, operated. We're involved day in, day out. We don't have anybody here except for, the family, Wendell and I, looking after things. And you're gonna get the best service we can provide. So.
I'm here in the sales store, and there are so many different jig heads to choose from. And when it comes to jig heads, they catch just about everything that swims. They obviously come in different colors, different shapes and sizes. And I grabbed these 3 jig heads that are obviously different colors, but they're all different sizes. There's a 1/2 ounce, 5/8, and a 3/4 ounce. All great sizes for catching lake trout, depending on the depth you're fishing, if there's current or no current, if it's rough or calm. I'll choose one of these 3 jig heads depending on the condition. Now in today's show, we're also using this Pro Shad on a white jig head, and I'll tell you, swim baits like this soft plastic swim bait catch a lot of lake trout. You can't go wrong with white or chartreuse. They're 2 very good colors when it comes to catching lake trout. And coupled with the right weight of jig head, you can't go wrong. Got one?
Yeah,
Again?
that's that guy at 40 feet there.
Are you kidding me? We just released it. Was that your next drop down?
Very next one.
Okay.
Watched him at 40 feet.
You're gonna have to start, putting me on a retainer if I'm gonna be your net boy, okay? They're catching fish all around me, and it's like,
Oh, there's another big pig.
oh man, look at that. Ah, nice one. Whoa. Nice.
Oh, the bait's out.
I got the towel all ready for you. Don't worry about the bait.
Oh, look at that.
You are a fish catching machine there, Mr. Collins. I'll call you Mr. today. Got him?
Got him.
All right.
He's burping.
Nice.
Got something going. I don't know if that's a scar from the muskie from young.
I don't know, something. Maybe a bigger lake trout. All right. Well, gonna release it?
Absolutely.
Nice. Gary Collins, lake trout master. He fishes a lot of ice, which is very similar to this ice fishing. Folks, stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more real lake trout fishing after this. And maybe Uncle Bob will even catch one.
Coming up.
Oh boy, am I a good net guy or what?
You're getting lots of practice today.
Let's take a look down under with this week's Fish Eye View, sponsored by Mercury, #1 on the water. In the good old days, people relied on signs from nature to know when and where to fish. Then and now, weather is a vital component. Long periods of high pressure equal better fishing. Not following recent weather? A good indicator is insect activity of any kind. As this increases, so will the action down under. There's an old saying, if the bugs are bad, the fishing is good. Similarly, the activity level of farm animals and wildlife is an old and reliable gauge. Down below, the visible presence of minnows is a sure sign of heightened game fish activity. But if the small fry are absent, you may as well stay home. Additionally, the presence or lack of frogs tells the same story. Knowing where to fish is another matter. Without any electronics, anglers in bygone days were guided by other things. A close encounter with a snapping turtle? A sure sign fish are close by. More importantly, keep a vigilant eye on fish-eating birds. Herons, seagulls, and cormorants all point the way. Better still, follow a loon and enjoy the services of this professional fishing guide. Fact is, technology has become a distraction that distances people from the real world around them. Perhaps it's time to set aside the toys and tune in to Mother Nature instead.
I know.
There we go.
You got him?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was that guy right there.
All right. Oh boy, am I a good net guy or what?
You're getting lots of practice today.
Yeah, thank you. I am a good net man for Jerry Collins this afternoon for a few hours of lake trout fishing. They're hooked up. Jeff Gustafson is right behind us, hooked up as well.
Yeah,
Feel
we
like
watched
a
him come in.
medium-sized one?
Yeah, not bad. He's rolling a lot.
Okay, that's pretty cool. You know, it's just, oh, there, oh, that's a nice one.
Oh,
that's a
lot,
big one.
That's a lot bigger than I thought. Surprise,
Grab
surprise.
that baby. It came up quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
He didn't feel as big as he's
No.
a big fish. Oh, he's grunting, or is that you, Jerry?
Not me today.
No? All right. Show the viewers that nice white bait you pulled out of there. That pro shot. Isn't that cool?
A little banged up, but
Here. All right, let's get her back in.
okay.
Sweet.
Torpedo.
All right, I got a towel here for you just because I'm a nice boat captain, okay? There you go.
You've been a great administrator today.
Well, what can I say, folks? Video game lake trout fishing. You're watching your electronics. In many cases, you're seeing your bait go down on the electronics, and as the fish comes up, you want to engage the reel and start to reel. And it's so cool because you want to get them committed to come up and eat the
Exactly.
swim bait, right?
That's right. Well,
Yeah.
the bait's swimming away from them, and they just can't help but chase.
And the key is a fairly heavy head. Like this is a 3/8 ounce head, so the head gets down quick to where the fish are. And what you want to do is that as that fish starts to come up at the bait, engage your spinning reel and start cranking.
And when they hit, hang on.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that. Is that true?
It is today.
Well, I hooked up here, and it was so cool because, you know, we're watching it on the graph, and all of a sudden, whammo, you know, just slowly reeling it up. And, you know, this retrieve here, this Revo is a very fast reel. It's a rocket, so it's got a fast retrieve. So I didn't want to reel it too fast, Jerry, and I think that's what I've been doing earlier, is reeling a little bit fast. And this one here just smashed it.
But it's fun.
Oh,
when you
nice
watch-
one. That's a nice one.
Nice fish.
All right. Very cool. Boy, they just rip it out of your hand, too. And I'm gonna get this fish back in the water quickly. Look at that. Just wrapped around here, and of course, barbless will just pop right out. Not too shabby. Torpedo back in. See you later, bud. All right. And I just want to show you on the sonar something here that's pretty cool. I stopped the sonar. Okay, you can see right here where the fish started to come. So this line that's got a lot of color to it is the fish. And these are our lures going down. And you can see right here the fish starts to come up, and it hit right about there. It hit. And then that's me fighting the fish up. So you can see it here, and that just when it started to arc up, it hit the lure right here, and then I'm fighting it, and it's just working its way to the surface. Pretty cool. We're talking video sonar fishing here, video fishing.
Coming up,
Yeah?
I'm not gaining anything.
No?
Nope.
The big fish?
It is a big fish.
this tip of the week is sponsored by Coleman, the outdoor company.
I'm here with Chef Cameron Tate, and we're on the beautiful shores of Lake of the Woods. And Cameron, you know, we've been eating like kings up here. Every time I get around you, we eat very well. You are an amazing cook. Now, what are we doing here? I see a pretty well-worn pan.
Yeah, this pot here, kind of sentimental to me. This is my grandmother's pot. Take a guess how old do you think this pot is?
40 years.
90 years old,
What?
this pot, yeah. So,
90?
So she, this was sort of passed down. So the one thing about this pot here is it's heavy, It's a high-sided, but we're gonna be making a fish stew out of this.
Okay.
And I tell you, it is so simple.
Well, you've got the heat going on this Gladiator stove. You got a crank. That pot is hot.
Yeah. So, and this pot here can take it. And so I'm gonna add a good amount of oil. So I've got all my prep all done here
Right.
because, you know, I'd rather be fishing
Yep.
and as much as I can come have a really good shore lunch and then we move on. So
everything's been prepped at home. So you got the onions chopped up.
I got onions, celery, peppers, even a convenience thing like this. This is a fire roasted diced tomato.
Yes.
And the flavor in here of just a canned tomato is incredible. So the pot is smoking. Hear that?
Yeah, that's hot.
So the one thing that a lot of people make a mistake is they add the garlic in right away. It turns bitter, and then anything that you do with this dish after that is garbage because your garlic would be overcooked. So get your onions in first as a little bit of a buffer.
Yep.
And again, I don't turn down the heat. I leave it on full blast.
Okay.
So the simplicity of this dish here is just really saute your veg,
Yep.
add in your canned tomato, season it,
Yep.
and then you add your fish, you put your lid on, and then you let it cook for about 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and we are ready to have a beautiful fish stew.
So the walleye are cubed up already.
That's right.
You just used your Philly knife, cubed them up, and you're basically adding all the ingredients in, and you're covering it 5 minutes. It's done.
That's it, that's it. And you don't want to overcook it. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our celery. I add the onions in to start off because that is your flavor base.
Yep.
And then we'll add in our peppers. And the most important thing, again, is you want to season it. Did you want to do that?
Ah, you know what? I'm a grinder. Just ask my brother, my son. Okay, let's not bring the family into this.
Okay, so we're gonna add in our kosher salt here. The pan is still singing, you know, it's still sauteing, and you can...
I'm sure Granny would be very proud of you. They don't make pots like this anymore, but Coleman's been making stoves for a long time. I know that.
So we've got our seasoning in here. We're gonna add the canned tomato. And again, you just pop this into like a tote, and you're all ready to go. It's just a simple preparation.
So you got onions, peppers, the canned tomatoes, some garlic, seasoning, and you started with a bit of oil on a very hot pot, right?
Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is, oh, you like your pepper.
Oh, I love pepper, sorry.
So we've got this basil. We're not gonna chop it. We're just gonna add it right in like that.
Now, is that something that if somebody gets that in their bowl, they're not gonna eat that, or will they eat that?
You could eat that, but not the stem.
Yeah.
But typically, you know, we would pull that out after the cooking is done. But it's just flavor, just building flavor.
And so when it's all said and done, this is a good, quick, easy dish to make, even right here on the shore of your favorite fishery. Pretty good, huh?
Absolutely.
All right. Okay, Cameron, so this has been cooking for about 5 minutes now.
Yeah, and you know, you could you can cook it a little bit longer, but you know, I like it like we were talking about, crisp vegetables, and it's very vibrant. So now we're gonna take our fish and we're gonna add it in. I'm fairly gentle with when I put it in and I stir it up. And after this point here, we're gonna just incorporate it, just gentle, get that fish down in there, put the lid back on, and then we're gonna cook it for another 5 minutes.
Okay, through the magic of TV, 5 minutes has passed. Is it ready?
It is ready. And
All right.
let's take a look at how it is here. And I think this looks pretty darn good. What do you think?
Wow.
Did you want to be the official taster?
Absolutely. You've sold me on it. It smells absolutely phenomenal.
Hang on here. So we're
Ah,
gonna
that's so, look at that. We're talking about now, this is Italian fish stew,
do that. That's right.
cooked on the shores of your favorite lake with my favorite chef, Cameron Tate. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I hate to eat in front of you all, so I'm gonna head over. You can see there's a fish right here suspended. So we're in 85 feet of water. There's my line going down right now. So you can see my line going down to the fish, and I'll just hold the electric motor. So Once my bait, once that pro shad gets to about where the fish is, I want to engage the reel and start to swim it up. Nice steady retrieve. And to get those fish to commit and hit it as it's coming away, fleeing away from them. But you can see that fish is still down there, and there's our baits coming up. Another thing too that we're doing with the sonar GPS unit is we're working an area, and it's nice to work a grid. So, you know, you got your navionics mapping, so you find some of the deeper basins where these lake trout are in. In this case, we're in 85, 90 feet of water, and we're just painting a grid here on the map. And you can see the contour lines around here. And oh, you got them?
That's the one you watched on the
All
screen.
right, so you got the one on the screen while I'm talking to the camera. Nice. You are good, Jerry, I'm telling you. So as I'm giving a seminar about watching the screen, Jerry's watching his bait on the screen and loads up and gets one. Let me grab the net. You got that Fenwick loaded up to the max, don't you? So, how's it feel?
This is fantastic, but
Yeah?
I'm not gaining anything.
No?
Nope,
It's a big fish?
it is a big fish.
Uh-oh. You might have one of those big old Lakers. And you know, we're putting all these lake trout back. And one of the things is that, you know, these are old fish. It takes a long time for a Laker to grow. The wind's coming up pretty good here. And, you know, you just want to release these big fish. There's so many other fish to eat here on Lake to the Woods. You can eat walleye, perch. And so why not just release these big old Lakers like we're catching today?
Watch that motor. Thank you.
How you doing? Good?
Arm's getting sore.
I'll grab the net. I don't know how close it is to being ready yet.
Finally starting to gain on.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. That's incredible how long to fight this is. You know, and this is the thing, is you don't know if you're gonna catch it. Oh, there he is. Oh, that's a big fish. That's a big one. Wow, nice. Oh yeah, that's got some weight to it. Look at that one there.
Thanks,
Grab that fatty. Wow. With the barbless, it's easy to pop it out, but here, I'll just use the pliers. Oh yeah, no problem. Right, you got a good hook set on him too, didn't you? Look at that.
That's fantastic.
Wow. Very nice. I got to get a photo of that one for sure, Jerry. Well, folks, lake trout fishing using your graph, called video game fishing. How good is that? When you get them to start committing up, as Jerry did while I was giving the seminar, you can catch fish like this. Whew, you got to give it a try. Good job, man, good job.
Thank you.
Real Fishing was sponsored by Mercury, #1 on the water, and Mystic Lubricants.
Let's size that baby. That thing's got some weight to it. Size that puppy right there. That is just wild. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at the size of that thing. Wow.